Why did I stay with my shitty ex? Am I in a toxic relationship? How am I going to move on and find love? We're your hosts, Izzy
and Meredith.
And welcome to ExFacts, Relationships and Breakups. Relationships are confusing. When they end, we're left picking up the pieces and wondering what went wrong. So, each episode on ExFacts, we'll hear stories from real people sharing their experiences in relationships. We'll also hear from experts to help us uncover the deeper meaning behind our actions and emotions. At the end of every episode, we'll answer a listener's question. No topic is off limits, so ask us anything you want to know. From conflict and healing to dating and love, ExFacts will take you on a mind-blowing journey to explore all aspects of our amazing, imperfect, frustrating relationships. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of ExFacts, Relationships and Breakups. We're your hosts, Izzy and Meredith, and I'm really excited for the show today.
Yeah.
So, it's almost Christmas/holiday season.
Can't see my full getup, but
yeah,
there's a reindeer involved. Trying.
What are your plans for the holidays?
Interestingly enough, I am going to apparently what is an annual rager on Christmas Eve. That should be fun in my area. And then one of the friends that I'm going with and I are just gonna like chill the next day, cook a little bit. Well, when I say cook, I mean he will cook and I will do nothing to add any value. And then one of my other friends is gonna come over later at night. So just like quiet, chill, whatever. Which will be the first time I think I've ever had a holiday with no annoying obligations. And I'm very excited about it. I was worried that like, is this going to be sad? Am I going to be lonely? Like not being around family, getting a divorce, but I am pumped.
Nice. That's awesome. How's the divorce stuff going?
It's still kind of like stagnant. I don't know. We're good. We're friendly. Everything's collaborative, but I think like his lawyer's just a little held up on the financial piece, which is not shocking whatsoever. So in the meantime, I'm just doing my thing and waiting until I hear something from someone.
Nice.
What are you doing for the holiday?
We are just what are we doing? We're just hanging out mainly. And you know, I'm gonna get some gifts and do some Christmas stuff, and then we're gonna go do some New Year stuff, but no real plans.
Nice.
I can't really drink anymore because I'm pregnant.
Exclamation baby.
So that's kind of a new development.
Show us the belly real quick.
Well, I'll show it later.
Okay.
It's not that pretty.
Not to put you on the spot.
It's kind of in the awkward stage right now.
No, you look great.
So I'm 18 weeks and I'm excited.
I've been waiting for this episode for weeks.
Yeah. So it hasn't been. I'm the type of person who I always wanted kids but didn't want to be pregnant. So it's kind of always
sure. Cake and eat it too. I'm with you.
But it hasn't been. I was kind of anxious about it. But it has been pretty smooth sailing for me.
Nice. That's good. And what are we having?
Having a girl.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So many fun clothes.
Yes, clothes. And lots of stuff.
When are you due?
May 18th.
Ooh, I feel like that's a good time because it's like just getting warm.
Yeah,
you can
that's
like
what people say.
Walk and stuff.
It's like not so icky now because I want to take more walks, but it's so cold out.
Yeah, a little sludgy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what's going on.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Get my baby rocks off via your baby, so I don't have to have one of my own.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it.
Nice, congratulations.
Well, there's a lot of doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
A lot of peeing in cups and blood pressure.
Sure. Is that frightening for you? Like, have you had the big tests to see if everything's healthy?
Yeah, it hasn't been really
like, I was very, very anxious in the beginning. Actually, you saw me.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if we're pregnant or not. So finding out I was pregnant was really scary.
Sure.
We were.
Because it was not planned. Yeah.
It wasn't not planned. That it wasn't planned. It was kind of
right. Like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, we were like wanting to have a kid, but like not
necessarily at this moment.
Yeah, exactly. Not trying for right now, but like okay with it now. You know, like there's been times where didn't definitely want a kid, and this was not one.
Yeah, well, that's good. And also, it can take so long when you are trying. Yeah. So it's probably a blessing, even though you weren't necessarily like.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to do it like the way we were kind of doing it, which is
kind of easing into it.
Well, like, so I took out my IUD, and then we were just kind of like trying to time it to not get pregnant, but like that would be a really dumb way to like not, you know, it would be like a really dumb birth control way if you like really definitely didn't want to get pregnant, but it was better for me psychologically because I know a lot of my friends who were around the same age who had trouble being pregnant and stressful. Yeah. So it was kind of like a in between kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Because we weren't trying, but then we just like, you know, I was like, well, this is really
it's happening.
So, yeah. It should fail at some point. And then it did.
The miracles of modern medicine.
So yeah, so I was really nervous the first week, and then the first trimester I was also really nervous because they say it's supposed to be like the worst. You know, you can throw up and like all of that kind of symptoms of pregnancy.
And super high risk for miscarriage, right?
Super high risk for miscarriage. So all of those things, like all the bad things can happen then to both you and the baby.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, like for me, it was like, oh, I'm waiting for the next week. Like, oh, I'm gonna start puking that week, but it never really happened.
Nice.
So just like been sleeping a lot, and now I'm in the second trimester.
Well, hopefully your journey continues in a positive and zen type of way.
Well, and I'm planning on getting for the birth, I'm planning on having a fully medicated birth. So
I'm all for it, sister.
I want to have I told my boyfriend I want to have a lethal dosage of it.
Well, my brother's a doctor, and apparently like sure there's risks, but these days they're like so minimal. It's not even like it shouldn't even be a question.
Pain,
right.
And like people are like, oh, I want to have it be natural, and I'm all for it for people, but for me, I'm just like, I'd rather have it be.
Yeah. Like what's worse, having the baby come out slightly doped up or like screaming mother in angst and like loathing and tension and fear.
Yeah. Because a lot of
probably not great either.
Some people I've talked to who've had epidurals, they like sleep through the whole thing.
Really?
It's like wakes you up and it's like push once, and then they push, and then it just comes out.
Nice.
That's the way I want it.
Yeah. How do we make that happen?
So overall, everything's going good with the pregnancy. I'll keep you guys updated going forward, and it's a journey like all other things.
Sure is. Yes, peaceful Zen journey.
Yeah,
hopefully. To you.
So on a separate note, how's your relationship stuff going? I know before we had talked about kind of had this new Bella in your life.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I hesitate to call them relationships. It's more of a, I like to say, hanging out situation. The Rolodex has gotten significantly smaller as of late, which honestly is okay because it keeps things a little simpler, maybe, which is good. But what I've experienced, like, and this has been going on, you know, since I initially started like foraying outside of our marriage when we decided we were getting divorced, like people, and it's not always because of this reason, but people say, you know, that like can handle like the fact that I'm not ready to commit to a relationship or to be monogamous or any of that. But then it turns out they can't and they ghost. So like just in general, the topic of ghosting is the most ridiculous thing. Sorry, my reindeer keeps jiggling. It's the nose. It's the most ridiculous thing in my opinion, especially for someone like me. I mean, it's never okay. I think it's disrespectful, especially if immature, but yeah, I mean, it is disrespectful to the whatever sort of connection you had initially. And yeah, it's like a pussy move, basically.
Exactly. Because it's like fess up and just be like, hey, you know.
Yeah. Well, and especially for someone like me, like I'm fine with that. Like I'm not gonna get butthurt. Like if you're done for whatever reason, that's totally cool. But like, let's have a conversation about it. Like all of a sudden I don't hear from you and you don't respond to my text messages, and I have to, it takes me then like 2.5 weeks to get the actual hint. Like, let a brother save some time and just fucking be like, yo, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Go with God. I've enjoyed our time together. Peace. And like, that's totally fine. I just think it's like the dumbest thing in the world because it's just such a waste of time, and like it creates a tension. I don't want to say animosity necessarily, but it creates a tension that doesn't have to be created in like a formerly pleasant relationship.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think it's unnecessary, and then it just makes it that much more awkward if you see them again, because it's like, if you're just like, hey, I'm not feeling it right now, like I heard whatever, or like, you know, it's not a good time. I just want to chill for a bit. Like, respect my space, blah. Or like, you know, whatever. Met someone else, or you know, whatever it is, or just like, I'm going through some shit right now in my life, like give me some space. Whatever it is, like just like the truth, especially in a situation like you guys have, is not gonna hurt. Like, you know,
well, and I think too, a big part of it is being like full disclosure, honest about it. So, you know, if it really is just like you're going through something and like need a minute, fine. But if you're saying that's what it is and that's not what it is, like that is information that I would like to know, because I'm not going to like check in on you or be like, hey, is everything okay? How's it going? Let's catch up, whatever. Like if that's not what's currently operating, just let me know so I can respond accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. So how are things now with that?
I mean, you know, another one bites the dust, but such is life. You know, it's fine. Moving on, mutual respect. Well, I guess not that mutual respect on my part, trying to, you know, just be peaceful about it. And yeah, I mean, the things that I do have going on are like very lovely, and I'm thankful for that, especially around the holidays. Like we were kind of talking about, you know, I didn't know how I would feel because I'm like a big holiday guy. I don't know if you can tell by my getup, but I love the holidays and, you know, trees and watching movies by the fire and all that stuff. So I was like, is this going to be the worst holiday season of my life? But I do have people who I can share that with, and it's not like in a weird, overly committed way. And I'm super thankful for that. So it's been good. Yeah. Especially because my ex's family has just like completely cut the cord with me. Like, no, not even any whisper of an invitation to anything, but just not even like text messages, anything. That's all like out the window. So that's not an option. My brother did invite me down for, he lives in Baltimore, the suburbs of Baltimore, for Christmas, but he's got 2 little kids and like I adore them. They're hilarious and smart and precious, but without my ex as a buffer, because he's like a really good player, like he'll sit there and play with them for hours and hours and hours so I can like relax a minute. Last time I was with them, he wasn't there, and it was way too much for me. Like as much as I love him, I was like, can we watch a movie please, for God's sake? I'm exhausted. It's been an hour and a half. So I was basically like, I appreciate the invite, but I'm all set on that. So I'm just gonna lay around and like do my thing this year, which will be refreshing, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll drink a lot of drinks for me.
I will. I'll drink for 2.
Drink for 2.
Drink for 3 maybe.
That's actually back on the baby thing. That's one of the first things they tell you is like, you come in and they're like, you're not eating for 2, and it's like,
damn it. The one perk I was excited about.
Although now I feel like I am. I mean, I probably still shouldn't be, but I am. So
as long as you're eating healthy, like Well, happiness again is probably important in this scenario. You don't want a little thing growing inside of you when you're like crabby as fuck and miserable. So
that's crazy.
There's a balance in there somewhere.
It's like, for me, it's just hard to like stay consistent on anything. Like I'm just like, I remember one week I was like, I'm gonna do a Mediterranean-ish diet. Not trying to lose weight, but like trying to like be healthy.
Stick to a program.
Because before that, I was like, when I was feeling a little queasy, I was never nauseous, but like I was just like, okay, I just need to eat. Because the weird thing about like morning sickness is that you actually like get nauseous if you're hungry. So you can be eating, but you don't really feel like eating anything. So I was just like, all I want to eat is mashed potatoes and macaroni. So that wasn't exactly like the healthiest thing ever. Oh, and the only thing that made me feel better was like Skittles for a week.
Interesting. All right.
So, but that was only like 2 weeks, and I wasn't nauseous other than that. But then after that, I was like, I kind of feel like shit just like from eating Skittles.
Well, sometimes that happens.
So and purple Skittles, not any Skittles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm very
You're particular about your flavors?
Yeah, I like purple Skittles, Flavor Red Starburst, and Mentos, Fruity Mentos.
Interesting. Anyone who says that red Starburst isn't their favorite can honestly suck my dick because they're lying.
And pink.
Pink's good, but red's superior.
I like pink. Actually, mine goes pink, orange, red, yellow. You're talking about.
I gotta go. Get a phone call. Whatever, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's the way it is. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat healthier. So then I did that for a little bit, and then I was like, nah. And then I went for a walk for a while, and then now it's shitty out. So now I'm back to Skittles.
All right, whatever works. Yeah, I used to go to the gym all the time and eat healthy. It's been a few months since that has been the case.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
We'll get back there one day, maybe. That's what I tell myself.
Well, to everyone, happy holidays, and thanks for
tuning in.
I think our next episode will be in 2023.
Ooh.
But happy, healthy New Year, and drink one for me.
Hopefully 2023 is less of a fucking shit show. What do you think?
Exactly.
Feel good about it?
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Thank you so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of ExFacts next week. Hit that follow button so you don't miss out on any of the action. We want to hear from you, so leave us a comment or review. Until next time, bye.